Brian Dooley, senior offensive tackle from Toledo, Ohio.
All right, let's look back at last year. Offensive line was able to protect the quarterbacks, and more importantly, you guys were able to run the ball. What went well last year?
Well, like you said, running the ball was really well. We had a pretty dominant offensive line. Bringing back a lot of key players on that offensive line. We lost City, we lost Marcellus, and then, we're still bringing back Howie, brought back myself. We got Mickey, Dimitri, and we brought in a few transfer guys. So, I feel like we brought back a lot of guys that are still our key players.
When you look at your growth and development, if you talk to yourself now as a freshman, what would you tell yourself?
Just, keep getting better in the weight room, do extra work, and just keep your head down and keep working. That's pretty much all you can do.
Thinking back to the Arizona State game, you guys able to run the ball all over the Sun Devils in that game. What, as a running back, when you're watching Sampson do what he do, how do you, as an offensive lineman, grade performances like that? Is it the holes or is it finding the space?
Yeah, it's everything. I'm not going to tell someone how to do my job. Sampson and Jalen, they run the football. I block for them. I'm just gonna. I watch the film right after the game on the plane, and I grade myself on if I'm supposed to block that 3-tech up to the backer. Then my first initial grade is getting that down lineman. That backer, if he hits backside, I'm already doing my job. If we're running the front side, he's running backside. Hey, I'm doing my job right.
You get the luxury of having Coach Coughlin back for another year. I know you've changed O-line coaches over the course of your career. What is the continuity able to make you so much better moving into 2023 now?
Yeah, Coach Coughlin, he's something special. He really knows how to recruit guys, and I didn't get the luxury of him recruiting me, but no matter where he was or where I was, I was gonna probably go wherever he was, no matter what. He really understands his players. His technique's good, and he loves his players, and I love his technique stuff. There's just so much stuff that he's brought to the game, he's brought to my game and everyone else, and he's not the kind of coach that's like this is what you have to do to become like the best player. Like he's sometimes taking some of the stuff that I've done out on the field, and he teaches it to the other players. So, he's a really understanding coach, and I think that's what makes him special.
What's the biggest challenge for you this year, knowing that, as you mentioned, you lose City, you lose Marcellus, you've got a lot of guys that have played games, but you're the kind of returning starter now. How does that impact you to be even more of a leader?
It's kind of like last year still. I just got to play my game, and hopefully other guys, see what I'm doing. I just want to leave the legacy to some of these younger guys. Having
now had a guy that was with you getting ready to take part in the NFL, how much does that now drive you even more to be like City?
Yeah, it drives me a ton. I kind of came in when City was still a small guy like me coming in, and seeing him make it, it just pushes me even harder just because of, what's going on, like seeing all of his success. And even outside of it, look at Chad. Chad was my roommate since I got here. Both those guys, just seeing their success just pushes me even more because I feel like I can be there with them.
I know it's probably hard to choose because you've been a part of lots of wins. What's your favorite memory being here?
Man, that's a tough one. Probably, some of those big games. Everyone says big games. That Purdue game was something special, but I'd probably say the Illinois by far, because that was like my first true, like, big win game as a right tackle. So,
why Eastern? Why? First, what brought you here, and why do you stay? Because I know you've had opportunities.
So, when I first got here, I had Coach Meadows. Coach Meadows came to my high school, and he said, "Hey, we got a camp coming up. We'd love for you to come." Came here, went to the camp, did pretty well, I think. And then the next day or two, he called me up, said, "Hey, let's, want to get you up here to talk with, Coach Creighton for a second." So right when I got here, I'm sitting in his office. I was back upstairs here. We didn't have that building yet, and he was explaining everything that he does here. And the thing that really hit me was, he does, like, it's not just a number on your back. You know, Creighton, he knows every single player's name. I mean, so, you know, some players, some, you know, teams might not have that same deal. You know, I know everyone's like, yeah, I know that guy, but like,
Yep.
Coach Creighton, he knows all his players, and I mean that's what really got me. I mean, he's a player's guy, and I love it. You know, I love what he teaches. I love what he does, how he coaches, all of it. He's enthusiastic about it, and it's. I mean, that's why I came here, and that was my only offer. I mean, even if I had a bunch of other offers, I still feel like I would have came here.
Now you look at your football journey, but you're so much more than just a football player. What else drives you and that you're passionate about?
Oh, I mean, I love hunting. I mean, hunting's like that thing I love to do, hunting, fishing. It's tough because, you know, one of my roommates, man, like we go hunting, fishing all the time. He's got some land up in Michigan, and it's just like, it's hard because it's in season. So it's like, it's hard to, you know, with football and going out, and every once in a while, we get, you know, a day or two off right there. You know, we'll try to, you know, sneak out and go, you know, sit in the field for about a couple of hours. But I mean, it's just nice because with everything going on, you know, I can go out and hunt and put some meat in the freezer for a while and not have to worry about anything.
What's the biggest buck you've gotten?
Haven't got one yet. That's on the plan for this year. I almost got one last year. I missed it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I know. I hate admitting it. Danny Green knows. I tell him it all the time. I always bring it up saying, I can't believe I missed it. Can't believe I missed it. But him and I we got 2 does last year. So we were fortunate enough to do that. So hopefully buck's coming this year.
And then lastly, get you out of here on this. In the community, giving back, what all have you been a part of that will leave a lasting memory for you about giving back to others?
Yeah, so we do a community service over on, I think it's right there off Plank. There's the preschool that we go to a lot. I mean, I love, those kids are awesome. I mean, some people don't like waking up, you know, early and stuff going, but I mean, I'd go there all the time. Odakoya and Turan took me over there for the first time when we wanted to get things rolling there. We started, you know, we put all new fence in. We got some soccer nets. You know, I mean, I love it there. It's awesome. And I mean, giving back to the communities, you know, it's something special. I sometimes go down to Toledo and do whatever I can down there too. So I don't want to just do it here. You know, just want to